There are several principles I would like us to draw from David's kindness in 2 Samuel chapter 9. And the first principle I want to draw from this passage is that it is important to remember those who've been kind to us. Has somebody ever been kind to you? It is important to remember them. Despite the fact that Jonathan's father wanted to kill David, Saul's son Jonathan remained a true and faithful and reliable friend to David. David and Jonathan actually ended up making a covenant of friendship with each other, that they would stand by each other in life, and that even their future generations, their future relatives, their future descendants would still be impacted by this friendship, this covenant that they were making. In 2 Samuel chapter 9 and verse 1, David asked, "Is there anyone still of the house of Saul to whom I can show kindness for Jonathan's sake?" He remembered Jonathan. He was going to be kind. He was going to show kindness for Jonathan's sake. He remembered the covenant he had made with Jonathan. And in 2 Samuel, the same chapter, verse 7, "Don't be afraid," David said to Mephibosheth, "for I will surely show kindness for the sake of your father Jonathan." I put it to us that David is remembering Mephibosheth, not because Mephibosheth deserved it, but because he remembered the promise, the covenant he had made with Jonathan, that he would be kind to him, Jonathan, and all his relatives. Friend, it is important to remember those who've been kind to us. Apart from remembering those who've been kind to us, we also need to extend kindness to others. Yes, the incredible kindness we have received from God, the incredible kindness we've received from others should motivate us to spread some kindness to those around us. Having experienced God's kindness, having subdued his enemies, having experienced expansion of his kingdom, David is motivated to also show kindness to someone else. And that's why he asks, "Is there anyone from the house of Saul to whom I can show God's kindness?" You know, he could so easily have decided to sit pretty and just enjoy the goodies of the palace. But he doesn't do that. He's looking around. How can I add value to somebody's life? Friends, I put it to us that one of the reasons why God blesses us is so that we can be a blessing to others. In 2 Samuel chapter 9, verse 3, the king asked, "Is there no one still left of the house of Saul to whom I can show God's kindness?" He's taking initiative to extend blessings, to extend kindness to somebody else. "Don't be afraid," David said to him, "for I will surely show you kindness for the sake of your father Jonathan. I will restore to you all the land." Again, the idea of possessions. He provides protection, but he also restores possessions. You know, "I will restore to you all the land," possessions, "that belong to your grandfather Saul, and you will always eat at my table." Provision. There will be food at my table. You see him just extending God's kindness to Mephibosheth, My question to us is, are there people who are seeing God's kindness extended to them through you? We should extend kindness even to total strangers, people you do not know. Extend kindness to them. If you see a need, meet it. Add value to somebody's life by meeting their need. Hallelujah. Friends, we should remember those who have been kind to us. We should extend kindness to others. And lastly, we need to know that kindness is rewarding. It pays to be kind. Your work in the Lord, as you show God's kindness to others, is not in vain. The Bible does not explicitly, of course, record the benefits that directly went to David because of showing kindness to Mephibosheth. But we also know that, what you sow is what you end up reaping. Galatians chapter 6 and verse 7 says, do not be deceived. God cannot be mocked. A man reaps what he sows. So if you sow kindness, you are likely to reap kindness. Because Proverbs 11 verse 25 says, a generous man, a kind man will prosper. He who refreshes others will himself be refreshed. If you refresh, you will be refreshed. If you do acts of kindness, most likely somebody will make some gestures of kindness towards you. It is said that kindness is like this perfume that you cannot pour on others without getting a few drops on yourself. Friends, kindness is rewarding. You may not be rewarded directly, but it comes somehow, somewhat. As I conclude, allow me to remind us, it's important to remember those who have been kind to us. It is important to extend kindness to others, whether we know them or they are total strangers. And it's important to remember that kindness is always rewarding, even when you are not the direct beneficiary of the reward. It is always rewarding. And so let us practice acts of kindness to all and sundry.